Welcome back, everyone. The primary goals for every NBA team during training camp is to build team chemistry, develop good habits, and potentially find a hidden gem or two. And we all know that the Lakers have been great at doing that last part. They are not afraid to promote a player after performing well during training camp, and we've seen it work out for them a number of times. It often has come with a player that neither we nor they were expecting either. I don't think anyone predicted that Austin Reeves would make their team last season, and yet, he turned out to be a valuable contributor for them. The player we thought would become that for them this year was Swider, and although he might be able to do that yet, he is definitely going through a rough patch right now. Over their past 3 games, Swider has shot only 4 of 22 from 3, or in other words, only 18% from beyond the arc. And that is definitely not what they were hoping, nor expecting to get from him either. Luckily for them though, they were smart enough to find a backup plan, rather than simply putting their faith in an undrafted rookie, who although looked incredible during Summer League, they signed another player to give Swider competition, with that player being Matt Ryan. And if you watched their game last night, then you are probably well aware of who he is. Matt Ryan knocked down 6 3-point shots during that game alone, and in only 20 total minutes too. I mean, not that it really should surprise anyone either. After all, Ryan proved to be one of, if not the best 3-point shooter in the entire G League last season. Despite being a high volume and difficult shot taker, Ryan was able to knock down over 41% of his 3-point shot attempts. And when I say high volume, I mean it. The guy was attempting nearly 10 3-point shots per game, and many of those came while on the move or with the defender directly in front of his face. Of the 19.4 points per game he put up, nearly 12 of them came from 3-point shots alone, and that is something that very few players are capable of. Even after switching teams during the middle of the year, his 3-point shooting did not decline. In fact, it actually got even better. Matt Ryan began the year playing for the Grand Rapids Gold, but then later joined the Maine Celtics after being offered a 2-way contract, and like I referred to before, he only got better after doing that. Ryan's numbers went up in pretty much every area, and particularly in regard to 3-point shooting. He shot 38.5% with the Grand Rapids Gold, but then shot 44.9% after joining the Celtics. And after doing that, you would have thought he would attract NBA attention. Unfortunately for him though, it took quite a while before anyone gave him a chance. He got a little bit of garbage time with Boston, and then later played for their Summer League team as well, but they did not offer him a training camp deal following that. And after Summer League concluded, he was not a part of any team for a few weeks, and that remained true until he joined the Lakers. However, I think it's safe to say that he has not let that opportunity nor time go to waste either.
And what's it like keeping the focus on the game amidst that, pursuing the dream in this context? What's all that like in a night like tonight?
Got no time to waste.
Matt Ryan made a big impression on them last night and did everything he could to be given a spot on their roster. It definitely did not go unnoticed either, with head coach Darvin Ham even commenting and outright making a push for him to be signed following their game, saying that he may have gotten himself a job today. And it was not only Darvin Ham giving him praise either, as Anthony Davis, who dropped a team-high 28 points in that game, chimed in too. He complimented Matt Ryan on how unafraid he was to shoot the ball, and how that can give their big 3, and really their entire team, more confidence and freedom on the court. We all know how badly they need 3-point shooting to put around their big 3, and especially when they're all on the court together, which is definitely not something they have an abundance of. Like I mentioned before, they were hoping for Swider to fill that role for them, and who knows, maybe he could eventually, but right now it looks like Matt Ryan would be the better option. He's a bit older, has more NBA experience, and simply appears to be more comfortable on the court too. Now, I will never question Swider's confidence, but it might do him some good to sit back and watch for a while. And the best part about that is they do not need to waive him or really do anything in order to give Matt Ryan a spot over him, as Swider is simply on a 2-way contract, which is not fully a part of their 15-man roster. And with them only having 14 players under contract right now, that would leave the door open to signing Matt Ryan. either through his non-guaranteed contract or by eventually fully guaranteeing it down the road. There are those that have mentioned outright waiving Cole Swider and then replacing him with Matt Ryan on a two-way contract, but that very likely will not be happening. Not that it wouldn't be possible, though we do need to remember that they signed Cole Swider to a 2-year contract. Now, I'm not sure how that works with it being a two-way contract, but it does show their commitment to him. I think what will happen is that they leave Cole Swider on his two-way contract and then sign Matt Ryan if he continues to play well, as they will undoubtedly wait to see if he can keep this up. I mean, not that they weren't impressed, but it's one thing to do it in one game, and another thing entirely to do it in multiple of them. Not only that though, but they will want to see how he fits on the court, and also within their rotation with their big three being available, as the only one who was available last game was Anthony Davis. Now, I would not be entirely shocked if they did something with him before their next game, but I imagine they would like to see how he looks within their full rotation. For now though, Matt Ryan has made a very good impression, and is definitely in the lead to earn that final spot, which he hopefully will be able to keep up. Before I conclude the video though, we got one more addition and one more subtraction from their training camp roster, with the addition being Bryce Hamilton, and then the subtraction being LJ Figueroa. And while you might be thinking to yourself, did they not just sign LJ Figueroa? There appears to have been an issue with that. It could maybe be due to an injury, him getting a contract somewhere else, or simply the Lakers being allergic to bigger wing players, but regardless, they have now signed yet another guard. I mean, it will likely be a signing purely for their G League team, but it's still funny and a little bit ridiculous nonetheless, with Bryce Hamilton being a 6'4" shooting guard, and I really doubt he will be getting any playing time. He will be joining a loaded backcourt, and one that does not really have any more room. A majority of their backcourt is already healthy and available, and it won't be long before they get back their final member, with that being Dennis Schroeder. It was initially reported that Schroeder would play in their game on Sunday, but that later got pushed back, as that simply would have been too quick of a turnaround for him. But it now appears to be a guarantee that he will play on Wednesday, and with that in mind, we will finally be getting our first look at their full backcourt. To wrap everything up here though, Matt Ryan is trending upward, Cole Swider is trending downward, Dennis Schroeder is returning soon, and then they made another addition to their G League team. It will be very interesting to watch what they do with Matt Ryan. Given how fond they appear to be of him already, I'm curious to watch how much more they want to see of him before giving him a contract. I for one would wait a little bit longer, as you can never overreact to one game alone, but on the flip side, they do not want to give a different team the chance to offer him a contract either. What do you guys think though? How confident are you in Matt Ryan? And do you believe they should give him a contract yet? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.